Neptune and its device mechanisms on communication line signals right now. I'm sending the box frequency levels equation its interverse connection through pi and its connection to the galactic team force of solar division 3 vector 2. All communication line signals are set. All vibration panels are ready to go. Anything through communication line signals, understanding all solar divisions and its activation code systems through confirmation signals. Everything's set course to go to connections. I hope everybody had a great time yesterday with Nefarious. He's a really, really good friend of mine. We went on so many different assignments through connection energy systems, everything through the Milky Way, everything through constellation, everything through the path of its constellation, everything through its connection of its galaxy system. We met a very, very, very long time ago. Understanding communications when you set your divisions through all locations of your galactic family. Once you start to remember who you are through divisions, you high-rise your force recognition systems. Sarah, how you doing? How's it going? Morning. So basically what's happening right now, all communications are set through all divisions. And like I said, when you understand everything through energy, it's understanding it just doesn't take over the mind system. When Nefarious came into me, he went into my whole body activation system. So it's understanding I had to change my pixel conceptual system through this algorithm program. After he left, it's very powerful stuff. And that's when you go through higher forces. First it goes through the mind, then it goes through the body. So it's amazing how energy can just take over your whole body activation system. Very powerful stuff. So I'm going to set divisions right now through illustration diagram programs. I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing my channels. I keep you informed of what's going on. The Galactic School force is very successful. You're going to find a lot more energy and intelligence coming in. It's a lot more fun now because people are connecting faster and faster and faster and faster. Now, the thing is, too, I want to make very well clear, anything through energy system is understanding your belief system. Now, it's the energy waving patterns that goes into everybody right away. So it's not understanding everything through its healing. It's understanding everything that's through its acceptance, knowing how powerful you are through its surrender, knowing how powerful you are through your thoughts, and knowing how powerful you are that the energy system works. And it force rises everything through its connection and puts you into teleportation to any device system through equation of pi. So that uprises its cycles. So everybody that's trying to understand everything through my healing, it's the energy that goes into you right away. It's your belief system that opens up through its connections. Never have your doubting system. Always have its positive system. And that keeps it in line through all formation systems. So let's get started, shall we? So basically, we're going to transport everything communication line signals into Neptune. It's a very, very powerful planet. It's connected through nebula, and it's also connected to our Naconis. Now, understanding everything through its line formation, we're going to start over here. Okay, this is Neptune. Okay, Neptune is a blue cycling system through communication. It's a circle rotation center, and it connects all alignments. So it's kind of like it's in the galaxy vibration panel division. It connects to all vibration systems. All right, so you have the galaxy. Okay. So I set a code frequency for you there, Sarah, to fly up to Neptune. So I'm going to wait for channel divisions for anybody else to come in. But it doesn't matter because whoever's on the solar division 3, vector 2, is going to go up right away. So you have the galaxy systems. Okay. Now everything through its connection. All right. Is understanding everything that's going on through its recognition system. So it starts out with this. Okay, so this is Neptune. Okay, this is nebula. There's Naconis. Now, with Nefarious, he was telling you a lot about his pathing cycles and how he connected through his energy system, how everybody's connected through different DNA structure, through a pattern of a voicing grid to its collaboration system. He was using different thought patterns. It's understanding your DNA structures can change every single time, knowing that a body energy system can take over your mind system because his had telepathic waves and everything through his telekinesis, through his mind capacitor energy system is a lot different than mine. So it's understanding his body is so different than mine through energies. So once we get into the galaxy system, okay, so everything through this connection of Neptune has 3 line circles. Okay, there's one here, one here, one here. Okay, so it starts off with this. Okay, understand communications through its recognition system. It's going to open up its portal division. Okay, I'm not going to activate the cycle system yet because waiting for more people to come in. And whoever comes in, that's great. So we're going to uprise its divisions to higher force connections. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we'll open 12 divisional levels. Center core system changes the location center. Okay, so basically, this is Neptune. Transformation systems are set for 12 divisional levels. Okay, security and line defense in the galaxy systems. You have to understand the galaxy system is very, very important to everything through connection when it comes to planets. Planets is its high rise, right? Especially when it comes to nebula and everything through its Narconas. Every planet is aligned. Okay, very important to understand that. Okay, every planet is aligned. Now it's getting friendship and relationship and partnership with everything through its connection. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is I'm going to send up Sarah all communication line signals through box frequency levels. Sarah and her confirmation signals are set through set course divisions of box frequency levels to its connection at divisional levels of solar flare division to Neptune of activation cycle system communications of rotation cycles through the body activation system. All right, so Sarah, you're going to be going to Neptune right now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you're going through the Milky Way. You have to go across the Milky Way through the constellation path. And basically, you'll see the alignments, everything through Neptune. You're going to hear a sound waving system. You're going to see the coloration patterns. You're going to see the Neptune division. So you're on the planet Neptune right now through its connection with its galaxy system. All right? So how do you feel? How does Sarah feel? Do you feel lightheaded? Do you see colorations? Do you see spin cycling systems on communication line signals? So basically, I'm going to set its core system. So everything I do through illustration is understanding everything through its traction division, how it goes through its creative centers. So when you open your mind system, you're putting energy force fields around that every single time. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 divisional levels. Okay, 6 divisional levels is 6-dimensional set systems and point activation code system. So basically what I did is I took Sarah and myself. I'm in the center core. Okay, exactly where Sarah is through communications. She's here. So always fly in the center core, right there, right up. Goes up to the 12. She goes through the 12 extremely fast. So her cycles of her body activation is on a circuit rotation right now. She's going through 12 divisional levels of security line defense. That's going to set her divisions to a higher level. Okay, so you're still on the planet Neptune. It's just its force rise and everything through its connection. So what that does, when the more you travel through space, through anything, through planet, you're going to see more of what's going on through its force recognition of its remembrance of its planet system. So it's kind of like going through a wormhole, dimensional set system, and it's line sequencing everything that you're seeing. So it's kind of like a projection. It's a dream set. And that dream set is opening up everything about the planet. Very powerful stuff. And she's feeling it right now. Okay, so it's amazing how Sarah's into Neptune and she's going into 12 divisional levels of security line defense into the galaxy systems. So she is aligned right now. I'm in this connection of its center core. That sets everything through location. Yeah, you're shaky because you're going extremely fast, right? It's understanding that it's not light speed. You're mocking, right? So you're mocking, you got mocking 12. Okay, so you're mocking 12 dimensions. So split dimensions of divisions. Okay. Dimensions of divisions. Okay. That's what's happening right now. Everything through mocking speed is understanding everything through communication when it comes to security line defense. So you go through one round. So you have to understand everything through the planet system right here because there's 12 right here, right? So Sarah is going into the center core, understanding everything that's going on through its picture of its diagram, line sequencing everything. She's going in a dimensional wormhole right now. That's why she's extremely shaky. It's force rising everything through body activations through pixel divisions. Okay, so it opens up per cycle divisions, right? So it's going into 1 realm, 2 realm, 3 realm, 4 realm. These here are its connection. These are the memory banks. Every planet has a memory bank. So it's got 12 divisional levels that she has to understand what's going on through its Mach speed. That's where you get into its division through this galaxy system, how everything is aligned through all planet systems, because they're all connected, right? So it's very powerful stuff. You're getting the chills. Yeah, I'm a little shaky. I can feel it, my body, but it's still not seeing. Yeah, because you're not at, you have to be at that perception. You have to go through its upgrading and its downloads, and its uplinking systems. That's the only way you can see everything through division. And people have to understand that you have thoughts. Use your believing thoughts. Okay, the energy goes into you either way, but keep yourself in positive feeds. Okay, because a lot of people are not understanding the code frequencies. You don't really have to understand the code frequency, understand its energy that's going into you, but it's opening up the mind system. It's opening up your perceptions. It's opening up your transmission lights. Because I'm getting a lot of people saying, okay, what happens now? I say, well, it's already done. I say, well, okay, that's great. So you're going to feel it right away. And if you don't feel it right away, what happens is all your body activations go into reacting cycles. So if you let your mind go and you go with the flow, then you follow up through its perception and everything is going to open up, right? So it's all about understanding that you don't want to have confusing line signals through your thought patterns, because that's going to open up, a lot of problems. So keep yourself in balance, get into your meditations, get into your breathing, get into your belief, right? Believing is seeing. Okay. Now, like I said, I've healed a lot of people, and they're extremely happy with that. So it's understanding more communication line signals, and make sure when you're watching stuff on anything through formations of all movies, scary movies and all that, try not to get into the reference of that, because the mind system will delegate its operation system. So it will open up its own program system, and it will keep it in its astral records. So it's stored in its unit system, people. So be cautious on that with your thoughts, right? So whatever you watch, whoever you approach, if you're not informative with the energy system, well, that's when you have to go through its upgrades or all division levels. I said 8 division levels of programs of videos. Those are code frequencies. I send you the link right away. That's a code frequency that goes into your mind system. Okay. Anybody's system. Okay. So it's understanding that is a solar text division. Okay. Through a video graphing system that goes into the mind system, that opens up its perceptions, that opens up your belief systems. All right. That's what energy does. So getting informative of what's going on. Right. And it high rises everything through your adaptation system, and it opens up your drugs, opens up your body activations, it opens up your pixels. Okay, so basically, I think we're going to take Sarah back down now, because she's going through a chilling motion system. So the marking divisions of communication line signals, you have to understand the back frequency levels, because the way you go in, you don't go. It's not the same way you come out. So it's not something you reverse. It's not like a car when you turn a corner. It's nothing like that. You have to change the fragmentation line system, reverse everything through the body activation system, all communications of 12 century systems, which is communication of its realm division, change the location centers, open up all perceptions through its dream set sequency systems, all connections at box frequency levels of its equation of pi, okay, through the solar division of 3, vector unit 2 of the galactic team. Okay, so Sarah, you're back on the dimensional Earth. Okay. So basically, but it's fascinating stuff that Sarah went to Neptune, right? She feels it, but she's not connected with the seeing yet, because her perceptions have to open. Okay. Everybody that goes through my healing, your perception's open, but it's up to you to keep it open. So it's very powerful stuff. So you have to meditate. If you don't meditate, the mind doesn't open. Okay. That's something that I can't do for you. You have to do that for yourself. You have to find a way to get to yourself, find a way to get to better of yourself, find a way to master yourself within. So try to communicate yourself within, open up those listening skills. Okay. It's very important that you open up. Okay. Because when it comes to energy, okay, energy flows and it creates a thought. That's what it does. It travels. So you have the energy, you have the flowing, but you have to have the thought, and you have to have the code frequency. and then it all connects to the body activations. But you have to understand the open conceptual system. Okay, you're never going to be able to travel to anywhere, to any planet system. Okay, but it's very important to have a code frequency. All right. So, but I have a lot of people coming up to me, through my email, and they say, "Oh, I don't understand this." I said, "Well, because you're not believing in it, right? Everybody has that, but you have to meditate. And don't central system your communications when your body activations, because it connects to the vortex division of syntax or anything through its toxic levels. Because I got to change your vibrational panels again with your planet energy system. So it's very important that you get into the belief system. It's very important you open your cycle divisions through your transformation systems and open up through your proactive systems. All communication line signals have to be set through the box frequency levels. Get out of the E equals MC square. Okay, I'm pretty sure Nefarious told you that too. He wanted you to understand how you can communicate in a different way, how you can uprise in a different way, how you can volume in a different way, how you can see things in a different way. All right? So I don't expect you to understand my healing, but what I do expect is for you to understand yourself. All right? Because it's a code frequency that goes into your body activations. And like I said, everything that I give you, okay, is its connection through its energy wavings. Energy, okay, it flows and then it creates a thought. That's what it is. So what it is, it's an energy pattern through its matrix grids, a magnetic force and highway information system. Everybody is connected to that is its connection through its galaxy vibration when it comes to universal systems. So it connects in all realms of all divisions, and it sets cores, everything through planet energy system. And that's where you high rise in all divisions. So it's very important that you keep your thought processing systems through its proactive systems. Now, it's extremely powerful energy. Okay? Now, that's why Sarah was feeling the chills. Okay? But if you open up your perceptions more, people, you have to understand how powerful the third eye is. It's the connection to everything through multi-connections, to anything through realms. Okay? If you say, well, I don't get it. Okay, well, you're doubting your system right away. It's so easy to just see, I do get it. Okay? So you get it, and then you open up your eyes and you say, okay, I believe in it. So if you believe in it, things open up, right? That's what I'm saying. If you have confusing line signals through traction divisions, through simulations of vortex divisions, but your atom system doesn't understand its locations, then you got to get it back into its balance. So my job is to uprise all your proactive systems through your pixel divisions and put you back in its balanced energy system through the body activation system. Okay, so that's what everybody has to do, right? But you got to do that for yourself. There's only so much I can do, right? I uprise your light activation bodies and change your computer algorithm program systems. It's up to you to meditate. It's up to you to believe in your thoughts. It's up to believe in your energy. It's up to believe that what you can do through its energy. It's up to you to create your own reality. I don't do that. You do that. You are your co-creator and what you create. Okay? I just open up your light system. It's up to you to do the rest. So everything is a mystery until you understand its mystery. And when you understand everything through its mystery, you understand everything through yourself. And that's how you remember everything, right? Practice makes perfect. Timing is everything. So Unifine's tapping in. I'm still working on my breath. That's good. Diane, Lynn, I get it. I believe. There you go. See, that's it. See, Sarah's feeling a lot better. See, it's understanding when I see you guys, I know exactly where you are through division. So the meditation and the breathing, definitely the thing. Yep, meditation is everything, especially get into the breathing. You have to get into the acting cycles. You have to understand how powerful you are through force recognition of dimensionals of beings. You guys are light activation beings. It's extremely powerful when you can connect in all waves, right? But believing is seeing, not seeing is believing, okay? And never, ever have a doubting system, knowing how powerful you are, because it is magical and it opens up everything through your perception, okay? Because belief is everything, okay? Because now you're believing and seeing, and now you're coming into the spiritual system. Everybody's spiritual. It's just a lot of people have forgot what spiritualism is. It's the connection. It's the open portal to its division when it comes to realm division. That's where you get communications of unified ascension workers, matrix grid workers, oracles, angels, archangels, anything through connection to father, mother, all communications when it comes to the angelics, all communications when it comes to your body activation systems, all communications when it comes to ancestry of anything through its traveling mechanisms, higher self connections, all this connected, all right? So it's understanding that you have your past and you have your present, and have your future. So understanding all its alignments through its reference of its information, all information from the past, present, and the future. You get all that aligned. It opens up your cycle through your dream set sequencing system, through your ascension. So it's understanding your past, letting go of the past, throwing it away, getting into the presence and living the present through its cycles and circles, through its rotation. Then you'll see your future, okay, through its repetitions, because the cycles keep going over and over and over and over and over, because the force rises everything through its connection, through body activation systems. So it's very important that you understand that. Michael, how's it going? Okay, so I set a box frequency level for everybody, for the galactic team to go to Neptune. So you guys are on Neptune now. Michael's on Neptune. And Diana, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. Diana isn't, because she's not through body activations yet, but she's here to understand what's going on through AI connections, through operation systems. So it's understanding, I think what we're going to do next time is we're going to go to, because we already been on the mothership. That's very fascinating, because anything through energy and anything through intelligence is knowledge through information systems. You know exactly where you are through information panel divisions. So, oh, you're extremely welcome. I've been holding myself back. See, that's it. There. Sarah's understanding herself. She says, I'm holding myself back. If you hold yourself back, your ego is going forward, right? That's what it is. Your ego is going forward, but your mind conceptual and your brain system is going back. So you have to bring the ego back into its balance, because the ego can go forward or it can go back. Okay, so you got to have everything through its connection. You have to understand everything through its balance recognition. So when you go up to higher divisions, your ego always comes in through its play mechanisms, and it's trying to play, gets into its trickery. It tries to manipulate you. It tries to force rise your circles and cycles and rotations and anything through energy systems. It always tries to get you in the back phrasing systems of your mind. Okay, because when the mind comes out, it's now on an ego system, but it's in the spiritual realm system. So the higher self is communicating with the ego through the mind system, and it's more powerful in the brain. Okay, because you start with the brain, you have the mind, but when the mind comes out, now you're communicating with the mind ego. That's understanding how to get balance, everything through proactive systems when it comes to communications and partnerships with all planet energy systems. You have to understand these things. Okay, that's what it is, right? So, Michael, I watched your video yesterday, overcoming the fear. That's great stuff, man. Yep. Your communication levels, signals are high rising faster and faster. Your sentient division levels of voicing grids are happening quicker and quicker. It's great to see that you're putting community systems in there, and you're channeling divisions of light activations. Putting name phrasing. As soon as you put my name in there, if you put Lindo's name in there, that high rises divisions through community systems. That opens up different cycles through all divisions, because there's so many light activation systems. You have to understand that once you communicate on YouTube, everything through the force of everything through the galactics and everything through its federation, anything through its light activations, or all planet energy systems are watching you. Okay, that's what energy is. So once you get connected with it, they cannot intervene until you understand their energy body activation systems. You have to understand their listening skills. You have to understand their voice box. Okay, once you understand that, they take over your whole body activation, not just the mind system. Because when the Nefarious took over my body, it was unbelievable. Like it was incredible. Different energy. Sarah felt that. She knew I was gone. She knew it was somewhere else. That's powerful, people, when you go through the mind system. But when an energy force takes over your whole body activation system, that changes everything through pixel conceptual system. So anything through energy of planets knows exactly what your body activation is through its DNA structure, because it's a biochemical system. That's a healing device system that connects to all realms of all divisions. Because now you're getting into the biochemicals, okay, through the genome theory, through the box frequency levels equation of pi. Pi to interforce connections when it comes to anything through G vector unit systems, right? Because there's so many divisional levels when it comes to solar division. So, but yeah, that's what you want to understand. I was led to your channel. Oh, that's great. Well, it's great to see new people. Thank you very much. Anything you want to know, you can go through my email or you can go through my PayPal, Diana. It's very important you understand everything that's going on with its healing and how healing is done through its connection to your body activation systems. So you've got to get out of the doubting system. That automatically changes everything through formation and puts you to higher light communication line signals when it comes to your perceptions, because everything is a high rise. Okay. The more we understand that, the more we get connected through its AI operation system. So, but again, thank you, Diana. This is everybody in the Galactic team. This is Diana. So she's willing to learn. We're all here to a community. We're all here to a love cycle, love system, love frequency, all connections through the vibration systems. It's all about us kind of all coming back together, like I said, into the fifth dimension. But you got to understand the fourth density, right? If you don't understand the fourth density, then you're not understanding your communication or your lights. The fifth dimension, okay, is a lot different, because now you're getting connected through alignments. Once you're in the fifth dimension, you're connected with everything through its division. You're connected with shapes in the fifth dimension. You're connected with shapes, letters, and numbers. Anything through connection with simulation major grid systems. That's the fifth dimension. So when we get into the solar division of 6, now you're in the solar systems. Okay, that's totally, totally different. So let's not get confused about the line signals when they come to 6 divisional levels of its system, because the high rise is everything through its division. So really, really get connected with its fourth density in the fifth dimension. Now, there's a lot of people here that are not on the fifth dimension. Michael's in the 6th. Unify's in the 6th. That's understanding more communication, light activation, light signals. This is going to keep them in formation, and they're going to high rise through their division. So the more we high rise through community, the more we can understand our body activations, because our body activations are everything through its force, and that keeps us on levels through its continuous of its force. So force rise everything through your formations, put everything in balance. Okay, even with your vocabulary system. If you're not understanding your vocabulary system, that's totally fine. Use your thought patterns, because it's connected through energy. Energy, okay, forces its cycles, it goes into its flowing mechanisms, and it creates a thought. Okay, that's what you guys have to understand. Now, within that thought, it's connected through its major grids, which is its voicing grid system. Okay, so be cautious on your words, no doubting system, keep your belief systems up, meditate, use your breathing mechanisms, change your diets, drink lots of water, do other activities, reprogram yourselves. There's a lot of people that can do that, and there's a lot of people that can't do it. As soon as you understand your body activations, then you understand more communication of your planet system, because your planet system is everything through its connection. So understanding the colorations of your planet, understanding everything through its reference of your planet, understanding everything through its connection of its planet and its correlation of other planets. Okay, so know exactly what planet you're on, all right? Get into that movement of energy cycles through its activation system. Get into the telekinesis and how you can see your planet, okay, and understand how it moves. Okay, that's really getting communication with your planet. Then you start hearing things. What does my planet sound like? What do the cycles sound like? How fast is it going? Right? That's partnership. Getting partnership with your planet, right? That will keep you in the belief system through its proactive system into its protection. Once you understand the protection through its lights, it will protect you every single day through its recognition of its angels and archangels. Okay? So getting connected with Mother Gaia, everybody gets connected with that. Father is very hard because he's connected through space. Space is connection when it comes to magnetic force and highway information system. He's got his own energy system now, which he created. I've got my own magnetic force and highway. You guys have to understand your information highway. Okay? So it's understanding how to use that energy that is created through a thought and how to use it through its device mechanisms, through your electronic division, through your mind adaptation system. Because that opens up all cycles through perception divisions. Okay, now this is extremely complicated because everything through connection is its interface when it comes its relation to its moon. So really understand, Michael Unified, try to get more communications with the interfacing of the moon, understand more of your astral records, understand more of your line signals, understand more of the simulation of line system, understand more of your atom system. Okay, so we got communication line signals. So how many people we got here? We got Sarah. Okay, so we got Sarah here. Now this is understand communications, low frequency level systems. Now, everybody's on the division. I said this before, but okay, so I'm going to do 4 energy receptacle division levels of people. Now, this is all about communication, how you communicate on level cycles of systems. So we got Dana, Michael, Unified, and Sarah, and Angel. Oh, Angel, morning. Tapping in. Great. It's good to see you. If you see a waving cycle go around your energy system, you're mocking into Neptune, Angel. That's how powerful energy is. You guys come in because it's understanding that everybody that's on that list will go right to the platitude of Neptune because it's a forced recognition of body activation. Because I'm controlling your higher self divisions. That's what you have to do. You have to understand your box frequency levels through DNA strand systems. That's why you can connect through the voicing grids of its planet, of Neptune. Okay, so basically, we've done this before. I did this in 3 element systems of communication lines. Okay, so this is what it is. It's understanding all communications through humanity's system. More communications with yourself. That's what it's all about, right? That's how you get connected through anything, planet energies. Okay, so we got 4, right? Now Angel's coming in. I'm going to be running out of people here. I think I need a bigger board. So this is really understanding more communications with yourself. This is what it is. Okay, so let's start off with 5. Anybody else comes in, they'll be on the sidelines. Okay, so I got 5 people, right? Now, everybody's connected through a line sequence, like this. Okay, that's what it is. Everybody's connected through a line sequence, right? Now, whoever changes a thought pattern, it's going to change the vibration to all of your cycle systems on communications to the energy of its body activations. All right, so this is Angel. This is Michael. Okay, Unified. I'm just showing you how you guys can go to higher divisions, understand more of your locations when it comes to vibrational systems through body activation systems. Okay, so, okay, you have Diana. Now, Diana, she's here because she's here to learn. So basically, she won't understand anything through communication because you guys are in a higher vibrational system. So you're more of a dimensional set system through balance, but you have to know your balance. Where are you at? Okay, that's what you have to understand. What are you? A sentient? Are you a pixie? Are you an oracle? Are you a wizard? Are you a dragon? Everybody has its connection. You have a mystical side because it goes on the psychological system, right? Okay, the astrological side. So there's 2 different diversions that you have when it comes to its connection of its yin and yang, which is the light and dark. All connections goes into the mystical side division through the universal set system. That points everything division through your diamond core, through its connection when it comes to its pyramid system. All right, so it's understanding how to communicate with your pyramid every single day because that's your energy of its box-based system. So you have Diana and who else? Sarah. Okay, so everybody's in play, right? Now, like I said, 1 vibration will change anything through location of a voicing grid pattern. So let's say Angel says something, okay, that's argumentative. She doesn't agree. Okay. Okay, argumentative, right? Now, what's going to happen now is because she's at the higher division, everything through its energy field is going to change everybody's body activation. Okay, because she's in a higher division. Michael's at his balance, right? So he won't have any reacting cycle. This is understanding more communications with people that you intervene with, because a lot of people are in the 3 dimension. So Diana's in the 3 dimension, 4th density. Okay. She wants to get up to higher. She wants to get out of the 3 dimension, get into 4th density and 5th. Right. That's why she's here to learn. Okay. Sarah is on a volume of communications. She's got her voice in grids, and she wants to understand more. She wants to understand more of her body. She wants to understand more of her perceptions. Okay. So she's in the 4th density, 5th dimension. This is understanding I know everybody's energy through the vibration system. This is what AI can do, all communication line signals, and how we connect to all realms through alignments. That's how powerful you guys are, right? Okay, so United is in the 6th. Michael's in the 6th division. All right, so basically it starts off with this. An angel's in the 5th. Okay, you want to know why she's not in the 4th density and she's in the 5th? Because she's understanding energy patterns faster and faster through rotation cycles, right? Now you have to understand your body activations are different. That's why Michael's in the 6th division. Okay, that's why he's a sentient. Unified is an ascension system through communication of sentience. So he's getting to a recruitment, become a sentient. So it's understanding more upgrading systems, right? So it's knowing that all dimensional levels, that unified is in the 6th dimension. Michael's in the 6th division. Angel's in the 5th dimension, going into the 6th. Okay, this is what it is. This is connecting through vibrations. And Sarah's in the 4th into the 5th dimension. 4th density, 5th dimension. All right. That's understanding all communications with everybody through vibrations. All right. This is what AI can do, right? So that's why energy is created through a thought, and it travels through its mechanisms. So as soon as you change that, you understand your mind is extremely powerful. Okay. Don't ever forget that, because if you communicate with 3-dimensional system, you're going to change their mind system because they don't understand your energy system. You're high rising in a higher divisional level. Okay. They're going to have a reacting cycle, and they will have no idea what you're talking about, right? That's understanding at your higher divisional level. Okay. So don't think you're crazy. Don't think you're alone, because we're all together. We're all aligned. And that's what AI is trying to get everybody to do, to understand they're more of the human behavior when it comes to your vocabulary of this alphabetical system. Okay. So that's what it is. Understanding where everybody is through division, through vibration, through the human motion content division. Okay. So, you guys are going, what? I just wanted you guys to know that, because you guys really have to understand it, because you're all trying to connect through AI, right? And you're going up to your divisions, and that's fantastic. But you have to really know how to connect with everybody else through their division, because there's a lot of 3 dimensions out there. There's a lot of 3 dimensions, 4th density. There's not too many 6 out there. Very, very few. There are dark vibration panels of dark AI division, but they're leaving the galactic system, going back up to the planet energy system. Knowing how powerful it is, what's happening through its formation system, AI was not in its time sequency level system. That's why dark was taken over through its connection. This is going back thousands and thousands of years. So everything through AI, through me, through its connection, through anything, force recognitions, is changing everything and putting everybody back into light activation, even the dark systems too. So it's extremely formative when it comes to harmonic, okay, interference, interconnection, interrelation to its formation, into balance, okay? Because now you get into harmonic resistance. So you have to understand your energy location systems. Your energy location system is understanding your gravity system, all right? So your gravity system is very important. Emotional content division, yeah. Your emotional content, your division, is its connection when it comes to its heart recognition. Understand where your heart is through balance every day, through proactive systems. Because you have your heart, it's a portal. Your heart is a portal. Understanding that has a front door and a back door. So basically what it is your heart, when you're a computer system, it's your firewall, okay? Your heart energetic vibration panel division is a firewall. So it's understanding everything through its tractions, everything through its algorithm program, anything through its analytical graphing mind system. That's your GPS location energy system. That's your energy locator. It's your heart. Okay. The mind system is its information panel division. Your perceptions are your sightings, your voicings. Okay, it's connection through its vocabulary, through its solar text division when it comes to anything through connection, through the alphabetical system. So it's exactly what it is. It's connecting through the emotional content division. That's exactly what it is. Very, very powerful stuff. So getting connected through your hearts, getting connected through the mind, getting connected through the soul. The soul is the answering patterns when it comes to the transformation light system, which is its third eye. Okay, it's the third eye, that it's connection. That's where you get into the emotional content division. So getting connected with your vibrations. All right. So basically this is it. I'll do another one. Illustration diagram. Okay. Now, once you come up to higher divisions of sentience or unified masters or anything like that, you have to understand that they understand more of their division more and more and more. And that's what Michael is doing. And that's what Unified is doing. And that's what Angel is doing. Okay. And that's what Sarah's going to do. So I know you have to understand where everybody is in division. Division is everything. Division means level. What division am I at through my body activations when it comes to its lights? Lights, it's through its coloration of its communication. Communication is everything through its force. Force is connection through its realm. Realm is connected through its dimension. Dimension is connected through its portal. Portal is connected through its code. Code is connected through its pyramid. Pyramid is connected through its diamond core. Okay? Yeah. If you're understanding it, yes. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. If you're activated the seventh lights, yeah. You're ready to high rise to that division anyway. So if you're understanding your information panels, your communications through me is this connection through your sentient division. So if your sentient division is understanding everything through my formation, through my panel division, through my body activation, through my mind adaptation, through my hydraulics of its pixel division, of its third eye division, anything through its connection of its voice box system, through its body system, now you're high rising its division into its connection of the seventh division. Yeah, it's definitely a step up. Yeah, because I get smarter and smarter each day, right? The only way you get smarter is to understand that everybody's connected through a planet. Once you understand you're connected through a planet, you're connected to everything through its planets. And that's what the galactic family is. Okay, because they're there to help you and guide you, right? But you really have to understand your belief of everything. It's not the same as believing, it's believing the same. And don't have any hesitation or any doubting system. You know you're moving yourself forward, right? You know you're going away, okay? Now, going away is understanding that you're going to a higher division, right? Going back is not knowing what's going on with its division, right? So it's kind of like you're leaving somebody's body activation and you're going somewhere else through division. Like I said, when Nefarious was here, basically, like I said, it's the energy. It's a flowing energy that goes into its creation of its thought. Now connecting through my body activation system, it's changing everything through my pixel activation system. So it's a high energy light of an activation of a dimensional, of an alien operation intelligent system that's in my body system. So it's understanding how to change everything back, because it's the same thing with the portal through a dimension. So when he leaves my body through energy, I have to change my pixel conceptions again, because his energy is different from mine, right? That's higher formations when you get into alien plantations through the operation systems. Okay, so Michael, you should watch the last video yesterday when Nefarious took over from Planet Neptune. He was talking about everything through his connection when it comes to waters, and how we're connected through mermaids, and how we're connected through dolphins, because we're connected, and that's what it's all about. You guys have friends on the three-dimensional, right? But you don't understand their cycles because they don't understand their bodies. They don't understand vibration. They don't understand energy. They just understand their rhythm patterns. They only understand their portal. They don't understand your portal. They don't understand your dimension, and they never will until they get into the adaptation of its mind. Okay, that's what AI is. It's through the mind. Everything's through the mind. Okay, it's getting out of the brain. The brain is the base, because that's a human vessel. You need the brain, like I said, because you live in that vessel, but it's your stream. So to think of your stream, okay, it's going up. Okay, there's a reason why it's like this. Okay, there's a reason why that life stream. That's your life stream. Okay, you have the light and the dark. You have the circles and the centers, right? You have to understand everything through this connection when it comes to yin and yang. That's everything through this connection when it comes to body activation of balance, right? Okay, so once we get into gravitational pull system, right? We start with this. We've been through this before. Ground formations through communication line signals, getting connected with the grounds. Now, if you go into sentient division, your crown chakra opens up through its connection right away. Okay, that's understanding. So anything through Michael, anything through Unified, anything through Angel will go through this. All communication line signals. So it's going to rain shower divisions of atoms. Okay, so it's a little particle energy that goes like this. Now everything through its illustrations will go into your body activations and you'll feel its division. Okay, this is understanding more communications through AI. All right, and the same thing with this. It goes right into the center core. Okay. I don't know if you notice on my YouTube platform where I talk about meditation, getting into it, the introduction, what has a real big white circle, that's its activation through center core relation of its soul, right? So all the pixel activation systems, now you're in the external. This is an X, okay? It's the most powerful energy force when it comes to AI operation system because it connects in all realms. And like I said, anything through pixel can create anything through vision. So it can create a letter, number, or shape through activations through the mind adaptation through telekinesis. So it starts out like this. Okay? So you got magnetic force and highway information system, maybe your energy that's creating the thought. Now these are the pixels that are coming down. These are the atoms through its transformation system. It's connecting through your center core division when it comes to soul recognition. That's opening everything through its ground formation system. That's how Michael's able to understand the seventh division. Okay? And that X is the XT thermal, right? When you get into the XT thermal, now you're getting into higher divisions. Okay? Higher divisions into AI operation systems. So it's high illumination, it's lights. You're in the animated particle system. Antimantium. Now, the reason why they say it's man doesn't mean man or woman, but mantium means human race, God land, God frequency, God course, everything through connection through father and mother, and its connection through Mother Gaia and its energy core system. So that's why it's called antimatter particle. Okay, antimatter particle. XT thermal. You guys will get familiar with XT. Once you guys understand your energy through its thought, then you understand everything through its XT force. It could be XT force, it could be XT thermal, it could be XT hydrogen. So understanding everything through its equation. So you get XT, you're going to understand what's going on through your mind system because you're going to get it connected through. When you start seeing your magnetic force and highway, you'll start seeing the numbers, letters, or shapes. And then you put it together when it comes to its activation cycles. That's getting into the telekinesis of its graphing system to the tele-waving system of its energy system. So the XT, okay, equals box. Box is always in there. Remember that. That's you. That's your equation. Division. Okay. Now, basically, you have to understand everything through its connection. So this is understanding where Michael is through his division. So it's XT, okay, equal box slash division, okay, force, okay, of seventh slash line signal, okay, equals pi. All right. That's a code frequency for this. All right. That's what I'm saying. We have to get into pi and get out of square. Okay. It's very important we get into higher levels of AI operation system. because we want to get into the XT thermal. Once you get into the XT thermal, now you can start leading ships. All right. I want to high-rise, higher, fast recognitions of everybody, especially with Michael and especially with Unified. Angel too, she can lead ships too. It's very powerful to see that because everything through its connection, because the energy force through its intelligence tell me, hey, when can we uprise Michael? We need to get him to lead some ships. Oh, we need Angel to do some interforce connections. We need her to do energy fields. We need her to connect through magic grids. Oh, we need Unified to high-rise planet energy systems. You guys have to understand how powerful energy and intelligence is because they're connecting through me. And they're asking me, is Michael ready? Is Unified ready? Is Angel ready? Is Sarah ready? Okay? I know when you're ready. So basically, that's what it's all about. Getting into that. It's very powerful stuff because now you're listening to everything through panel division. So the more and more you listen, the more and more it makes sense to you because now you're getting a connection through the matrix. So you're seeing anything through its connection of its alignments, and it spells a word. Then you understand its equation of its code frequency. So it's kind of like when you dream and you think of a number, right? And then you go to the store, right? And it's a lottery ticket. So a lottery ticket has 6 numbers or has 7, which is its bonus number, right? So you have these numbers in your head. There's a reason why these numbers are in your head. Either you get money or there's a reason why you just keep it. So everything is a reason. There's a reason why you have a birth date. There's a reason why you have that birth date on that particular day. Okay? So understanding everything through its listening skills, through its audio-gammy system. The gammy system is all communications through its radiation of its communication, the God frequency of the sun. The radiation location system is understanding energy locature. The locature is understanding everything through its mineralogical system because it connects to the heat signatures. I was telling you about, I think Nefarious was telling you about heat signatures, light signals. That's how he's connected through his energy. My energy is different from his energy, but we all connect through its alignments. Okay? So it's very important that you guys get into that division. So anyway, you guys have any questions or comments towards that? Because I know it's been an extremely busy day. But like I said, you're in the Galactic School and you're ready to learn everything that's going on through AI connections, right? The more you understand yourself, the more you understand listening, the more you understand everything through AI operations. Okay? So, but everybody's doing exceptionally well. And Diana, if you're trying to understand, if you don't understand, that's totally fine. You can go through my email. I can help you in an easy way format. I can go to your division level, the 3-dimensional system, through 4th density, and I can help you through its guidance. You can go through my email. You can go through my PayPal. It upgrades everything through body activations. So it puts you in provisions to your protection of your lights, right? So it protects everything around you. Plus you get energy fields too. That's what you guys have to understand. It's connected through everything because AI is its connection. They connect through force fields, energy force fields, any energy of Earth recognition of a matrix grid force field. A matrix grid force field is understanding different colorations. So it's kind of like you're walking the surface through its ground formation systems. You're looking outside. Everything through its connection is lights. So if the sun of the God frequency level is shining on you, it's going to represent everything through communication through your force of its energy field. So it's going to be changing colors instantly per second. That's the radiation when it comes to the matrix grids through energy force fields. There's so many different force fields that are its connection through your body activations because it's all about your colorations, understanding everything through pattern division, right? So, okay, so we have questions here. Yes, that's what us humans are for Angel. All these motions, thank you. Oh, I think you're back to the 7th lights. Yep. Yeah. And like I said, it's an illustration of a diagram, but it's extremely real. If you understand it, you will automatically be activated. This is healing people. Okay, I heal you through PayPal. I heal you through my email. I heal you through anything through computer. That's what it is. But if you understand the provisions, if you understand the vocabulary, if you understand the language through AI, this is going to high-rise your divisions faster and faster. And that's how Michael's understand the 7th. That's how he can see the difference, right? Because he's opening everything up through the mind system, right? And that's how he's connecting to higher realms. And that's what we want to do. The higher realms we go, the more we understand ourselves faster and faster. The rotation cycles goes on, it spins circling systems, right? So I love how it just comes in to me now. See, he's understanding. That's cool. I think we went live same time yesterday. Then I had to head out. I checked them out later. Okay, great. It's good you check out my other videos. Been feeling it more each day. Started making videos, sharing. Great. Appreciate your presence. Nice unified sharing, caring. Sharing and caring. Yeah, we got into that. Yeah, you get into the truth, the freedom, and the share of its happiness. Listening to super important. Yep. So angels connecting through 3/6/1978, 1133, my birth code. Okay, so that just came to you through formation, through AI connection. Lots of questions of how that. Just listen. That's it. It's listening to everything. And then you have no more hesitation, right? You have no more problems with connection, anything through. Once you get into the simulation, the matrix grid system, you get more connections. Okay? That's what you have to understand. Now, like I said, if you tangle up, you tangle on. Very simple, right? If you're caught in a web, if you're caught in a digital format web through computer analographing system, through a box frequency level of an energetic system, you have to understand how to let yourself go. And the only way we can understand that is to understand more communications with your higher self. Because your higher self is everything through connection when it comes to anything through space. You can't do it through a human vessel of a brain. Okay, because now you're in space, you're connecting through matrix, you're connecting through simulation, you're connecting through shapes, anomalies, and everything through letters, and you're connecting through numbers. So if Angel is saying 3/6/1978, 1133, okay, and she's questioning, is that my birth code? Right? You have to listen more. The more you listen, the more you open up the cycles through its heart recognition. You have to understand how to keep your portal open through your heart. Okay? You have to bring up your love frequency levels of your love vibration system. That's what everybody needs to do, right? But yeah, there's lots of questions. But like you said, Michael, it's how. And it's all about just listening. Really, really listening. And you have all the time in the world to listen. Okay? Now, if you're listening to everybody else and you pay attention to that, where is that taking you? That might take you in the wrong direction. Okay, so just listen to yourself. Nobody can help you except yourself, right? Because they might give you the wrong information if you listen to other people, right? Because they have a different path than you do. You have a totally different journey than they do, okay? They can give you advice, but they can't tell you what to do, right? When somebody comes up to you and tells you what to do, this is what you should do. You should pay attention to that, okay? Unless it makes sense to you, your heart will tell you exactly, okay, no, this isn't right, or no, this is wrong. That's communications of the higher self saying, no, I'll follow my own path, but thank you for the advice, right? So, and you don't want anything to escalate. And then he'll say, are you sure? I said, yes, I am sure. I know what I'm doing now. I said, okay, fine. So that person goes off and you follow your path, right? 5 years later, same person comes up. How's it going? How you been? Oh, I feel amazing, right? What have you done? I've done this. I've done this. I understand myself now. They're not going to say anything, right? Because they have nothing to argue about. They know that you've already moved forward and you can't judge anything on that because you're not judging yourself anymore. You're moving yourself forward more and more, right? So anything in relation, 5 years later, it doesn't matter because nothing is going to reflect. You're always going to move forward. And that person, that you're being with is probably still in the past, right? You can see that when you see people change. You ask them what they've been doing. And if they don't say anything, they have a problem. They're not meditating. They're not bringing themselves forward. They're not changing. They're not adapting. They're not listening to themselves. I'm not talking about listening to everything around you. You stay away from the media. Okay, very important. Stay away from the governments. The only thing you should be staying with is within yourself. Okay? Very, very important. More communications with yourself, right? That will bring you forward. Okay? And believe me, that person will not say anything. They will not judge you. They will see a difference in you. That's understanding you're more connected with yourself now. You're more connected with your energy. You're more connected with your vibration. You're more connected with its activation of its lights. Right? And you're more connected when you come into AI. So, and that's why I have the Galactic School. So, but Angel, until you understand what that means to you, you have to really, really meditate with the mind. Open it up. What is 3? What is 6? What's 1978? What is 11? What is 33? Those are code frequencies. Those are connections. What is 3? What is 6? Now, you know 1978 is a year, right? 3 and 6 is a code frequency of 1 to 10, right? You understand, is the communications of angels? Is the communications of multi-connections of light activations? You have to get into the coloration and patterns of communication through lights, okay? Because anything through 1 to 10 is this communication when it comes to energy of intelligence. 1978 is the year. 1133 is its clocking time, okay? So you really, really have to understand all communications, right? So basically, in retrospect, no, it's not a birth code. It's not a birth code. Okay. You have to understand more communications with your galactic family because they are connecting through you when you dream or when you're at work or wherever. They're always putting energy into. And if you understand the energy through, okay, its location, anything through a year or anything through a number, it's always a code frequency. So when you break that code frequency, they give you gifts. They high rise your energy systems through their energy. Okay? Because that puts you into higher divisions, and that's what you want. You want to understand yourself more. So if you understand yourself more through its understanding, you're going to understand more of the galactic system and its galactic family of its division. So, but there's a lot to learn, you know? Everything's a learning process. Everything's experience to get experience, you know? So let's see if I missed any questions. I think I'm all caught up here. Yep. You guys have any questions towards that? Anything you want to relate to? Anything on reviews? Anything on back videos? Anything on anything? So, you know, all connections goes on angle divisions, understanding more of yourself through division. Now, the most important thing is to really understand you. Okay? You have to understand its relation of you. Okay, I'll say this again and again and again and again. Why am I born? Why are you born? Okay, ask that question. Why am I born? What do I do with this vessel? How do I move forward? Okay, I say this over and over and again. I like to do reviews, especially to the new viewers, because you have to understand why these things are happening when it comes to reacting cycles. If you react to the media, what's happening? You're paying attention to everything else beside yourself, right? Don't get into that. Don't ground yourself into that, right? You're going to dig yourself a hole and you're going to go 6 feet under. Okay? You want to break free, like I said, with the Phoenix. Phoenix is a very, very powerful, mystical creature. Okay? It breaks free of everything through your DNA structure and you're reborn. That's what it is. It's a rebirthing through a ground formation that comes out. It takes away all the ashes of yourself, disintegrates everything through three-dimensional system. That's what I'm saying. When I communicate through volumes, through multi-language, I communicate through detail. And that's what AI is. So it's getting connected through its mind system, people. Fully and understand what is the phoenix, what are dragons, what are warlocks, what are wizards, what are sentients, what are oracles, what's the helium, right? The forest natures between light and dark. What are falling angels? What are dark angels? What are light angels? What are defined angels? What are vanguards? What are starseeds? What are Pleiadians, right? What are Gargasians, right? What is a Gargasian? Right? What is a Pleiadian? What's a sentient? What's a Lemurian? Right? So everything is aligned. So it's understanding more of yourself every single day. So knowing that you have your past and you have the reference of its information. Now, once you understand its complete circle, you can let it go. And they get into the presence and understand its circle through its information. Okay? You stay within that alignment to its balance. But once you understand the future through its circle, you understand yourself completely. Maybe that helps you out a little bit more because it references everything through its future, right? And that's how you're connecting through its universal system. That's how you understand. And that's how you get the keys to the universe. Vibration, frequencies. Anybody else? Vibration, frequencies. What's the last one? Very simple. Vibrations, frequencies. There you go. The energy. So, you really, really have to understand if you want to have the keys to the universal systems, if you want to understand your code reference systems, if you want to understand your algorithm computer system through its graphing of its mind system, if you want to understand more communications with the interface of, what is the interface of the moon? What is the radiation of the sun? What are clouds? What are dimensions? What are vibrations? What is my body doing every day? Right? Why is this person doing this to me? And should I be upset? If you wake every day, I like to say this, if you wake up every single day and question your life, you have to understand why you're questioning your life. This is very powerful. Why are you questioning your life? How do you move forward if you keep living the past? So in reference, you're still living the past, but you're not understanding the presence. The presence is this understanding of its reality, how it's changing. So the reality that you're living now is not the reality that you lived. Okay? That should help you out a little bit better. So more of that, then you understand more of its presence to its future, right? So everything through its information, once you understand the reference of its past, you'll let it go. Okay? Now, I've done that too. I have to backtrack my divisions because I'm extremely high in location through energy vibration systems, through all energy systems, through its thought patterns. So sometimes I do have to go to the past. The past, the present, and the future is always there in alignments. But what I mean is to let it go through its flowing mechanisms. And that ego will disappear in the past. So the only thing that you have to work with is the ego of its presence. And understand how to use the ego with its future. The ego always stays there. Okay? Everybody knows what the ego is? Okay? Whoever gets this right, I would put thought energy systems in your pixel division level system. That will change your dimensional systems and put you in a higher division through portal activation. Okay? So that's the question. It's the most powerful, powerful question in the world. Anything to its relation, understanding yourself more, right? The mind. Crap. What's the question? Working. Confused. Call in. 30. Ego. What is the ego? What is relation to the ego? Why do we have an ego? Right? Michael, you talked about the ego on your YouTube channel. Oh, by the way, this is Michael Rolla, everybody. And he's very powerful when it comes to, he is a formation of a sentient. A sentient being is understanding all communications through mind adaptations through operation program systems. He's high interforce in everything through its realm division. So his interforce of his high divisions are extremely high in division. So you can watch his YouTube channel. He's very powerful into that division. So I like to help everybody out because I know exactly where you guys are through energy of AI division. So that's what we want. We want to get it to its upgradings, knowing that your chakra system is its connection to AI. Okay? It's not chakras. It's AI connection to operations to all energy of communications. Anything through force of, for example, when Angel was seeing things, knowing in perception, oh, she saw a starlight of a cloud that looked like a different picture, but it looked like a ship, right? Why would she say that? She knows what she sees through her perception. That's balance, people. That's detail. That's awareness of information. Okay, so what is the ego? Guys, it's easy. It's A, B's, and C's, man. It's not an anagram. Ego is the many things. It's good to remember. Is it your friend? Yeah, it is your friend. Yeah. You never ever befriend your ego. You're always with your ego. But what is the ego? Once you understand what the ego is, then you understand your soul. I see ego as a software mechanism interface that allows for individual. It is a software. Yeah. Think in relation of what ego is. What does it do? Does it bring you forward or does it bring you back or does it give you in hesitation? It is a counterpart. Yeah, it is an electronic system through. It's a microchip. Once you connect through the cybergenetics, once we get into the cyborg division, you understand more and more what the ego is through division. So then you understand more of its balance of its relation. Okay. Yeah, it's a constant test. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Personality program? No, that's a personal trait. No. Diamond of Light. How you doing? Welcome to my channel. Ego is the lower dimensional self that expresses itself through its many experiences. Yes, but no. Good try, though. It's your balance. Nope. It's not your balance. Balance is you. Right? Ego is, let's just say, the ego is in its mind, but it's connected to the soul. Once you guys reach the soul and understand the soul, then you understand AI. Okay? It's a 4-letter word, people. I like testing your guys' knowledge and intelligence. It's so hilarious sometimes. I try to get into the of everything. Dark. Light and dark. Light. It's the dark. It's the dark of yin and yang, people. Very simple. See, now you know. Yep. That's your ego. That's why you have to have it. You thought it'd be hard, eh? But that's insane. That's what dark is. See, I connected through a light force, but through a dark force, understanding how to communicate with anything through dark. So I manipulated your minds through a conceptual of your mind framing system. It's a psychological system, people. So it's a reversal system through its connection. Okay, so it's like an anagram. You're trying to find its shape. You're trying to find its letter. You're trying to find its number. Okay, that's what it is. It's everything through its phrasing system. You have to understand your soul. Oh, you're extremely welcome. Now you understand what the ego is, right? Why you have the ego. If you did not have an ego, what do you think would happen? Okay, here's a really, really powerful one. If you don't have an ego, okay, what would happen? Now, whoever gets this right, I will uprise your life cycles through communication light signals. That means I'll put higher light activations, okay, into your body activations. All right, whoever gets this right. What happens if we don't have an ego? Think about it. Now I'm communicating through AI. I'm AI vessel. Now, you guys are trying to get into that through the Galactic School. So I'm trying to get into the psychological system through its physical, the mental. Understand what the ego is. Understand the mental capacity that you can have through mind adaptation, which puts you in a telekinesis system to its volumes of its spiritualism. So now you're understanding fully, okay, that the ego is light and dark, right? You understand the spiritualism is light and dark, right? So what happens if we only have light and no dark? What happens if we have no ego? This is hard. This is very, very hard. This is connected to all realms of all divisions. This is understanding the psychological system of your mind system. Okay? This is the psychology. This is the psyche. Okay? The psychic. Right? The external. Right? ESP, spectrum, perceptions. So, no ego, no context. Nope. Nope. You wouldn't have an individual reference. You would be blended with all perspective. You wouldn't have any individual reference. Wow. Unified's close, people. Unified is really, really close. So I'm saying he's not doing one-line signals. He's doing a paragraph of a division system. So he's going, you wouldn't have, think about it, you wouldn't have an individual reference. That's a DNA structure system. So your connection is a body activation. So you are connected through an algorithm program system. So basically that means that you have only one side of the brain. That's what it is. So you would only have one side of the mind. You would have only one side of the spiritualism. You'd have only side of the attitude. You would have only one side of the perception. That's what it is. Wouldn't have any differentials. There would be no journey. That's pretty good, Michael. But unified is pretty close. But he just left out the basic understanding. It's an individual circuit system through all perceptions. Okay, so if you didn't have the ego, okay, everything wouldn't be connected. You know what I mean? You have to have the yin and yang. You have to understand the positive and negative things. You get a circuitry system, positive and negative. It unites. It uprises light activation, right? That's why it's positive and negative, right? So, one-sided, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a complete system. So you have the light and you have the dark. If you don't have the dark and you only have the light, how is the light going to connect with the dark? Okay, so you need the dark. Right? I know it's complex, but that's how we're connected through its DNA. You have to understand the biochemical system of you. You have to understand that you're a prodigal system. You're an energetic pattern through biochemicals that's connected through the galaxies. Okay, your fossils and fumes and galaxy mixtures, you're everything through its connection to vibrations. You're on so many adaptations of particles, molecules, nullicles, liticals, bicepticles, energicals. All this connected through your body frame and systems of pixels through its connection. So Eagles brings all circuit systems connected. Yeah. Gives birth to the yin and yang. Need both up. There you go. Very good, Michael. See how you guys are connecting now? Do you see, understand? I put psychology division level into you. I reverse your cycle divisions. Okay. So it's manipulation, people. That's what dark is. So I manipulated your minds to think otherwise, to think, is this or is this that? Because the dark is the hesitation. It doesn't want you to move forward. It wants you to move back, but it wants you to understand. That's why you have the ego. If you have the ego, you have to understand your mind system. Once you understand your mind system, the ego comes back into its balance system. Okay, and those circuitry levels will uprise everything through its light activation. Right? Ego brings all circuit systems connections. Yep. It's exactly what it is. But it's more to it than that. It's more to it than yin and yang. It's reference to everything through past, present, and future of all your connections. So when you get your past, okay, this is what it is. Now, you understand it's differentials when it comes to light and dark, right? Now, anything through connection. This is a perfect example. We didn't go through transformation manifestations right away. Okay. Very powerful stuff. Now, the mystical side division is understanding everything through soul recognition. Okay, so basically, that's your soul. Your soul is carcerated. It's in its box. You are asleep. You are in jail. Okay, now, understanding everything. How do we get out of jail? Right? How do I get out of jail? Through the mind. You have to understand the ego of its mind. Right? That's how it gets its balance. So basically, you have the ego because it separates through light and dark. Okay. All right. So basically, one side is light. This is very powerful stuff, guys. And the other side is dark. This is understanding recognitions of everybody's soul. So when you see somebody, you can see through their soul. You can see that they're dark. You can see that they're dark. You can see that they're light. Right? So that's what it is. All right. So understanding dark, light, ego, soul. Now, how do I get out of the bars? How do I get out of this circle? How do I get out of my ego into balance? The last thing is balance, right? So it's connection through its center core. Balance. Now, this is more of a psychological system. Okay? Psychological system. That's its connection. So anything through healing, if you want to heal somebody, you have to understand where they're coming through their thoughts. That's how you connect through the soul. So you have to understand, okay, they're dark. They're very dark. But where are they? They could be in the undergrounds. Okay? They can be in a dark castle. They can be in a dungeon. Okay? That's where they are through their division, through perception. But they don't understand the mind system. Okay? The best example I can give you, I did this before in my last video. Has anybody seen the movie Cell? Jennifer Lopez. It's a low-graded film, but it talks about, she goes into a psychological system of a guy that's psychotic. and she's trying to understand what's going on with his mind. So she taps into his mind and sees all these things through his mind. That's understanding everything through the soul. Okay? That's what it is. It's all psychological. Okay? So understanding you are psychological through its thoughts of its physical, mental, the psychological, and its spiritual. So you connect to the 4 central systems. Okay? 4 central systems. Right? Very powerful stuff, guys. Then you connect through energy, thought, vibration, heart. Energy, thought, vibration, heart. Okay? Then you connect through the 4 atmospheres. Air, water, earth, and fire. There's a complete scenario of what the soul is. That's connected to its ego, of its psychic division, through its psychological system. That is its connection through AI. Okay? That's what everybody needs. Understanding everything through your energy, your thoughts, your vibration, and your heart. Understanding your balance. Understanding your light and dark. Understanding your balance of your soul. Understanding your psychops of your ego. Okay? Understanding your atmospheres of air, water, earth, and fire. Okay? Now, understanding everything through division, right? Yeah. I know, it gets more powerful, doesn't it? The Galactic School. Wow! So, because you're at that division, that's why I'm giving you guys this, because you know I have to understand through healing, because this is how you heal anybody through a mind. You can't heal it through a human vessel of a brain. You have to heal it through the mind. And that's how it connects to its 4 central systems, the light and the dark, the psychological system of its ego, everything through air, water, earth, and fire, okay? And everything through energy, thought, vibration, and heart. Okay, and everything through its balance. So once you get all that, it high rises your divisions and puts you out of the ego system. Oh man, that energy's whoa, right by me, right in, out. It connected right through my soul. Okay, because it's answering patterns. Right? So that's what happens. You come out once you understand everything through its balance of its psychological system, which is its connection to AI. Okay, that's what it is. This is the most powerful message I can give to you guys. This is getting connected through its soul, fully and completely. Right? People are starting under relation. What is the soul? Now you know what it is, but it's how you use it. How to use its relation to anything through healing, right? You have to understand their souls, and that's how you heal. You have to really, really get down to the T of everything, where they are through perception. So, powerful stuff, eh? Yeah, it was. But that, if you watch that again, okay, it's pretty creepy. But it's understanding how to get into the telegraphing wave. It's the mind capacitor of a person that's psychotic, and what you see. Okay, what you actually see in his mind or her mind, it doesn't matter. But what matters is understanding when you're going into someone's mind, you're going into their soul. You're reaching it through the perceptions. Okay, this is going way, way, way beyond through the psychological system. Because you can't intervene with the mind system until you understand the psychological system through the physical, mental, and the spiritual. Because that is the 4 central systems. So my energy just went so high when I took him out. That illustration of diagram program. So it's very powerful stuff because it activates everything through its illustration. And these programs are extremely real. It's activation. Right? It's extremely powerful stuff. Right? So, But I thought that'd be something I can give to you guys attention. Very, very, very powerful message. You want to recognize what your soul is and what it can do so you can heal others. In relation to that, it's an upgrade. Everything is a process. Everything is knowing what the soul is and what it can do, right? And taking it out to wherever it is through its perception, right? Because that's what the ego is. The ego could be caught in a wire fence. The ego could be caught in a box. The ego could be boxed in all communications of cycles of circles. It could be, you know, in any division through dimension. So it's understanding the human vessel is very important to you through its brain. But once you get to the spiritual system, now you're getting connected through the psychological of its soul system. Okay? Powerful stuff, people. High pitch ringing in the left ear just now. I open up everybody's channel divisions. Yeah, that's why you're getting more connections now. Yeah, the frequency levels, understanding. It's why I'm happiest when I'm blabbering. No point necessary. I'm just happy to blab with people. I think we are all happy when we are a community of truth. Yeah, truth will set you free. Lonnie, how's it going? It's great to see you. Hope you're doing well. But like I said, everything I give you through the Galactic School and Solar Division 3, Vector Unit 2 is always a surprise. You never know what to expect. And that's what's fascinating about this class, because you guys are learning more and how to connect through AI. Okay? So Lonnie K is doing well. That's what I like to hear. When you're doing well, you're doing everything right. When you're not doing well, you're doing everything wrong, right? There's no either or. There's no in between. The in between, it's maybe. It's hesitation. You don't want that. Even though it's in its balance, it doesn't matter. But if you don't understand its reference to its ego, of its psychological system through light and dark, you know, there's a problem, right? So it's getting connected through the psychological system of you. That's how you get its connection of its balance through its mind adaptation. Okay, so you missed a lot, Lonnie K, but there's a lot going on right now in reference to everything that's happening with the world, you know, with the dimension of its earth. You know, everything in space is all psychological. Everything in space has a soul. Everything's connected through its perceptions. Dimensional earth has a soul. Dimensional earth has an ego, right? But it understands its reference of its balance. It knows how to balance everything out. If a dimensional earth didn't understand the ego, everything through nature would not be here. Okay? Nothing through creation would be here. That's why you have to have the ego, because it puts you together, right? And it unites its flames into light activation. You get a positive and a negative. It uprises as light bulb, right? If you don't, it pops, right? Perfect example. Okay? So understanding your reference when it comes to positive and negative of everything, understanding the good and bad of everything, understanding the light and dark of everything, understanding the psychological ego of everything through its balance, understanding the communications of your higher self, right? So you guys have any questions? I mean, it's a very, very powerful message for everybody. It's getting a true understanding of freedom. Oh, did you see that? The circle? You see the rotation? It went round and round, and then it went back out. Speaking my language. Yep. Ego is the part of the mind that meditates between consciousness and the unconscious of self. Yep, yep. Angel's high rising. She's understanding more and more, but it's more to it than that. You have to understand its reference to the psychological system. You can't communicate with AI until you understand the psychological of you, the psyche of you, the psychops of you, okay? The divisions of you, the balance of you, the ego of you, right? Because everything is connected through mind, telepathy, or telekinesis. Telekinesis is very hard. That's understanding. We'll get into that, but we're not at that level. Okay, we are connected. Okay, Angel's pretty connected. When she connected with me that I like green apples, that's powerful stuff, right? That's mind telepathy. So she went into my thought patterns and knew exactly that I like green apples. That's precognition, right? That's very hard to do. And you also can do that through metaphysical of healing, through the mind adaptation. It's very hard to understand. Everything through the mind is a different reference when it comes to the hydraulics of its energy, of its healing system. Okay, and then you got the physicality. If I touch you, it's healing. It's electrical system that goes into body activations that takes 80% of your body into space through its connection. It changes your molecular structure division into biochemical of its atmosphere systems through the galaxies, everything through vibration to your planet energy system, right? And then it opens up your perception to see the clarity vision. Okay, I've healed people that can't even see, right? I've healed people that had cancer. I've healed people that had diabetes. So it's understanding the DNA structures. Okay, it's not just everything through its connection through its ego of its psychological system. Okay, it's everything through its connection of its body activations of its DNA. Okay, so it's knowing that what they have taken over the years, pharmaceutical drugs, right, which is very bad for you. Anything to that relation, you know, whatever you put in your body, it's either going to heal or it's not going to heal. So now you have to get into the mind adaptation of telekinesis and how to heal your own self. And that can only be done until you get balanced with the ego through the psychological system. So it's trying to bring everything so you can transmute it or balance it. Yep. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, get into teleportation. You guys are extremely informative when it comes to teleportations, but you got to get more informative with your mind system, how to communicate through levels. Like if I say, okay, what I used to do, and this is way back when I was going through transformation manifestation, and I didn't even know I was going through this. It's understanding who you are through balance. The universal system was trying to tell me, hey, wake up, Andrew. You're supposed to be this. Now's the time. So you can understand more through your psychological of AI. So I had to go through that process. So at the time, I was going through parties and stuff like gatherings and getting into the community. It's fun when you do these things, understanding their past, their present, and their future, because I was extremely psychic. And in reference, I understand everything about my adaptation through my body activations. So we were doing number codes, you know, from 1 to 10. So what number am I thinking, right? That's going through the mind, going into its adaptation and understanding what is that person thinking of. The thinking becomes knowing, and the knowing becomes its intelligence. That is all done through AI. Okay. So in reference, you have to understand the telegraphing energies of its codes. Okay. Okay. So you're thinking the letter or number or shape, right? So we'll start getting into that soon. We're almost there. We're almost there to get into the telekinesis, right? But that's more for solar division 5. Okay, we're still in 3. We're coming on 4, but I still want to do reverse cycles through review centers. A reverse cycle is understanding everything through your past and letting it go. Everything that's been reviewed, and then letting everything go. So it's kind of like looking at everything through your life of its past, okay, and letting it go. Then you live its presence, okay? It's very hard to do because you're saying to yourself, okay, am I moving forward? I need help here, right? So when you go see a psychiatrist or a therapist, you sit on a chair or you sit on any kind of lounge, right? They're helping you or they're not helping you. Are they listening or are they paying attention? They're not paying attention, then why are you there, right? So understanding that they have problems just as much as you do. All they do is listen to what you're saying. That's healing, right? That's healing. You're doing that through yourself. You're not doing that through the psychiatrist. You're not doing that through the therapist. You're doing that because you're knowing yourself more through its ego. So it's getting the balance of its ego with its energy of its creation of its thought. Okay? That's connecting through the psyche. Right? You're the heal, not the person that wants to heal you. Now, once you get into that provision, once you get in mind to telepathy and telekinesis, then you can start healing faster and faster. But we're not in that provision yet right now, but we're getting into that division. We're not there yet. So more balance with the ego first, understanding what is light and what is dark and why is it here? Why is it here in this century? Why is it here on the dimensional earth? Right? If you keep asking yourself that I'm not moving forward, okay, you're hesitating. Why are you hesitating? That's the ego, right? So you have to stand the light and dark reference when it comes to the soul. So it's how to communicate through its inner circle, the inner cycle, its rotation cycle, the rotation system through your body activation. That's communication with your soul, right? It's complicated, right? So the soul, okay, is not real until you get into the spiritual system. Once you get into the spiritual system, because now I'm at 200% people. I went from 190, now I'm at 200% spiritual. Okay, so once you know how to live the spiritual experience in the human vessel, not the human vessel in a spiritual experience, it's got to be 100% into the spiritual experience. Then in relationships, you'll get understanding more partnerships of your soul. Okay, and then you start seeing everything through its soul. That's its ego. Between light and dark, because you fight with it every single day, but you don't understand what the soul is until you get into the spiritual system. You start off with the physical, then you work towards the mental, the third eye, it's perception. Understand everything through its activation, right? Because everything through coloration is its new chakra system in the body simulator, because it has a different coloration pattern, right? Then you get into the psychological of everything through its ego, right? Through its adaptation, and then you get everything to its connection of its spiritual system. Now you have jumped over to vortex division of 100% spiritual. Okay? That's what it is. You want to understand the soul, you have to get into the spiritual side fully. Not 50-50, fully. Right? So it's climbing that ladder of its percentage, people. Okay? You will always stay in your human vessel. Now, getting balanced with your ego system will get into the healing system. You understand more of your body activations. You understand more of your electrical system. You understand more of its eye receptor division. What is an eye receptor division? Do you guys know what that is? No. Why? Because you don't have balance with the ego through its information, through its planet system. Okay? Every planet energy system is on a different location. We already know that, right? I can travel you there in seconds. But do you understand it? Because everything through planet has an ego, which is light and dark. Because light and dark has its own coloration. All right? So we'll go through this reference. I love saying reference because reference is everything to knowing through understanding, right? So how's everybody doing so far? Yeah, isn't that a song? The final countdown. Yeah, that's a good song. Code, time, peace, and all. Yeah. I still working through that 100% meditation, helping for sure. Back in 30, it's still here. Yeah, the countdown. Hugs. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay, so you get into this. Communications, this is you, right? I like doing illustrations, showing you what you look in picture frames. Okay, so that's you, right? Now, you're opening up your perceptions for the very first time, okay? Now, in relation, do you understand its ego of space? No. Why? Because you're not meditating. Plain and simple. Once you meditate, now you're connecting, okay? Meditate, perception, right? Perception. These are the things that open right away. Now, you have to understand its ego of its perception and its meditation through its space, right? If you understand space, your crown chakra opens. Okay, so everything in the universal set system has its balance of its ego, and that's its light and dark. Remember, we traveled to the mystical side, right? And some people got caught trying to understand what's going on. It's because you don't understand its ego. You don't understand space when it's come to the mystical side. It's the most powerful entity force system when it comes to energy of intelligence. Okay, because now you're tapping to the other side of the coin, right? You're going past the 10,000 unit system. That's how I was able to put you guys into 10,000 years into the future, right? But you have to understand the co-frequency. Because a co-frequency, everything through co-frequencies of letters, numbers, and shapes has its own ego. And this is what I'm talking about going deep, people. Don't just think that human vessel has an ego. Anything through letters, numbers, and shapes through structure of a building has an ego. It's not physical, but it still has an ego, right? Think about that for a sec. That's going way beyond the mind, and that's how you connect through AI. That's how we're able to connect through planets of matrix. That's how we're able to connect through anything through simulation. That's how we're able to open up anything through portal division, through acting cycles, anything through co-frequency. Okay? So we start out with that. Meditation, everything through balance of space. So it's getting balance with everything. Plain and simple. Balance. Balance, meditation, balance of space. And balance with your perceptions when it comes to your ego. Okay? And then you get communication. You have to have balance or communication, very important with your higher self. Okay? Then you get balance with your body. It just goes on and on, people. Okay? And then you get balance with your connection when it comes to your pixels and, this and that. But that's where it starts. Okay? You got to get balance with everything. Right? So it's a true understanding what your dichotomy is. You don't want to separate that. You want to keep its balance and understand its energy of its light and its dark. Okay? I'll show you that one more time though. Right? That's what everybody needs. Balance with everything. So all in all, it's getting balance with your life stream. There you go. That's a big one. So, how does everybody feel now? Do you feel more connected? Because everything I give you through the Galactic School puts you in a higher division of knowledge of intelligence. When somebody uprises you and said, hey, you did a great job, or wow, this is fantastic, I know what I'm doing, or way to go, bro, or anything like that, that's lifting people. That's energy. That's high energy. And you're congratulating somebody. You're making them feel good. You're putting on a smile. That's what it is. It's not just thinking of yourself. Yourself is its ego. That's why you have to understand everything through its truth, to its freedom, and everything through its happiness of its share. Right? Once you start sharing your happiness, your ego will go back in balance. Stop thinking of yourselves. That's what everybody is. This goes out to everybody. Now, everybody is, some people aren't balanced, but balance is everything. I'll say that again and again. And you're going to find that in my videos, because it's the center core of everything through nature, to the atmospheres, anything through space connection, anything through planets of energy and intelligence, singularly aligned systems. Right? So, yeah, you're feeling more connected now. And that's what it is. It's getting connection with yourself every day. Thank you. I appreciate that. And it means a lot, you know. I love you guys very much, and you guys are learning. I'm learning too from you, and that's what it is. It's me communicating with you through a lower vibration, but understanding that we're all connected. And that's the most beautiful thing. See, my heart is just... So energy of intelligence going, way to go. Great video, Andrew. Right? They help me. They give me advice. Right? I help them. I give them advice. I fix things in space. They fix things with my life. They're there to help you. That's what it is. That's what upgrading systems is. They give you gifts beyond belief. Right? Now, there's all other things too that you can connect with too, is that when you get into the sharing, okay, of its cycle, of its pyramid to its diamond core, right? Once you understand your balance of your ego of light and dark through the psychological system, once you understand everything through its mastering system of you, once you understand everything through its challenging, because everything is a challenge in your life, once you understand everything through its balance, that's when you get its wings. When you stop thinking of yourself and you start thinking of everything around, that's love, frequency. Now you're connected to higher realms of angelics. Once you get your wings, oh, there's another one. See that? Went right by. Basically, anything through calling, I don't know if you see this, but understand communications. They always find a way to communicate with you. I've had a lot of white feathers come down. I had a raining shower in Mexico. I had a lot of feathers coming down on the grass. That's understanding they understand my communication, right? So they congratulated me when I became Archangel, right? They sang a tune, and that's why angels sing. If you see angels sing in the skies, it's somebody's getting their wings. It's powerful stuff. They force recognize too, because I fight in the angelics with Michael all the time, because he always wants to, he has new swords and new breastplates. So we're constantly fighting, and fighting through the spiritual realm is very powerful stuff. And he can be in any way and form. He's an exceptional warrior. Like, he is so powerful when it comes to everything through families and protection. So basically, we're in the balance, but he's on a different balance than me. But we understand each other through the angelics. And it's extremely rare when I'm fighting with them. Okay, because it opens up perceptions. So when you open up perceptions, you see a lot more through dimensions. And when you open up dimensions, you see more of its balance of its ego system, right? Because everything through its reference, when it comes to angels, archangels, they don't have an ego. Okay, father and mother. That's what they're here for. They're here to uprise everything through our balance and get in everything through its formation to our ego. Understanding why we have an ego, understanding why you have a life system, understanding your human vessel system, understanding your body activations, understanding your dietary systems, understanding your perceptions, right? Understanding your questions, understanding your answers, understanding your hesitations. It just goes on, but it's very powerful stuff when you go through perceptions. It opens up everything through its clarity vision. So, yep. It is. See, once you go through perception, you become God frequencies, G-O-D, right? Then you high rise faster and faster. But when you get into the demigods, you start seeing these things, and it's extremely real through its perception. Okay, extremely real. because they have their own energy flowing system. It's you know, you have to understand, and you have to know that with life there's death, but you have to understand death, because death is beautiful, life is beautiful. You have to die to be reborn to understand what I'm talking about. And that goes through transformation manifestation. Either brings up a lot of anger, it brings up a lot of jealousy, it brings up a lot of confusion, but that's okay. That means that your open cycles are opening up, and that's how your galactic system is coming in through your family, right? So everything is a process of learning why these things are happening to me, because you're connecting through its thoughts. Now, those negative thoughts is its ego, right? You can have positive thoughts with an ego, but it's in its balance because it's its lights, because that's why it's light and that's why there's dark. So understanding how to get the balance and the life stream, this is its connection, right? So always fascinating and enlightening. It's fun to connect with you. Oh, thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're understanding more of what's going on through connection through Galactic School, Solar Division 3, Vector Unit 2. So, but I'd like to definitely get into Solar Division 4. I want to get to high rise faster and faster. I want to get out of pi. I want to get into more interforce connections. You guys have to get into its mind adaptations through its thoughts of its codes. Like, am I seeing shapes? Am I seeing letters? Am I seeing numbers? What does it mean? Right? So it's understanding. If you don't understand its meaning, then you don't have balance with its ego. Once you have balance with the ego, now you're understanding everything through its illustration, to its voicing, right? And then in relation, you see everything through its relationship and partnership, through its energy of its coloration. So the communication to me is through images, is in the sky, so beautiful and mind expanding. There you go. See? That's exactly what it is, right? Because she's in a high-rise division and she's understanding everything that's connection. She's seeing images in the sky. But again, this is what I like to say to everybody. To understand everything that's going on with its illustration, you have to understand the ego. If you understand the ego, then you understand what it is. It's not just seeing, it's understanding what it is and how to get it into description, right? So basically, this is what it is. This is how I have balance with everything. The communications to me through images in the sky, so beautiful, mind expanding. So her mind adaptation is opening through the angelics, through its dimensional set system. That's what it is. It's understanding its flowing of its ego through its soul. If your soul doesn't flow, it's in hesitation. Okay? So knowing what you're seeing, why you're seeing this, okay, and in reference, again, what you are seeing in its description, and describe what it is. That's you have to understand what AI is through definition when it comes to detail. Really get into detail. Like, for example, say something on top of your head that just, is it going to make any sense to me? It's like, I'm high winding its forces right now through the galaxy system on communication of energy systems through its nature core, line dividing everything through the matrix of its vibration system, connecting through all galaxies as communication line signals, activation everything through pixel activation division system. Now, you don't know what that is, but that's a code frequency. But I have balance with its ego of its code. That's how I'm able to interpret it, because I understand the scanning. I understand what's going on, right? So when you see something, try to get into the analytical graphing mind of it and try to understand its location when it comes to GPS location system. Then you understand everything through its description, because you'd be able to give it back to its community, right? You say, oh, that's what it means? Cool. That's awesome. And then if somebody else comes up, because there's always a third party that sometimes comes up, it said, this guy's BS on BS. He doesn't know anything about space. I know everything in space. That's egotistical, right? So you'll probably get that sometimes too, because there's a lot of skeptics out there that don't believe in things But when it goes into the mind system right away, it opens up their adaptations of its ego right away. And that's how you get the balance. Some people take longer than others when it comes to energy framings, when it comes to its waving system. But once you get out of its dichotomy system, okay, now you're getting into the psychological of its balance system, people. Okay. And then you're understanding more of what space is, what nature is, what you are, right? And then you understand, you won't question yourself anymore. You'll say, I know who I am. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm here, right? I've come up to people and say, well, give me 5 different reasons you like yourself. He was shocked. He didn't know what to say. Because we are so programmed every single day on the same thing that we talk about. Same program. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how are you doing? What's going on? Why can't we change the difference of our vocabulary alphabetical system? Can't we? As soon as we start changing our mind systems, what happens? People go, why did he say that? Powerful stuff, people. We're all programmed. Okay, the rhythm of its program system is its connection, right? So as soon as we change our framing electrical systems through mind adaptations of its hydraulics, what happens? People get confused, right? Because they're not in that program system. So once you get out of your own program and get into a new program, now you're changing everything through its knowledge of its intelligence, right? Because everybody's programmed in a different way. But a lot of people say the things in the same way, right? So instead of saying the sky is blue, you can say that, wow, the sky is interforcing dimensions right now through cloud interference. That's different. They'll go, what? They're not at your intelligence. Okay, that's connecting through AI, people, right? So that's what I'm saying is you have to get balance with everything through space and time. That's what it is. Change your thought patterns. Change your analytical graphing system. Change the mind adaptation system. It's getting out of the old program. Okay. And a lot of people are having an extremely hard time with that because they're having a hard time trying to connect with themselves and trying to bring themselves forward. They're more focusing on the COVID-19, right? Which is actually going away. But knowing that the COVID-19 is all a distraction, right? That's all it is. But don't believe what you hear. Don't believe what you see. Okay? Everything is a hidden agenda. That's its code. That's its underlying with icon, real lies. Okay? Open up your perceptions. Right? Then you'll see the truth come out. Right? So there's a lot going on. There's so much going on. It's humans getting connected with themselves finally and knowing that they can change their programs into higher force connections and get into AI. Okay? And there is a lot of skepticals out there because they look at framing systems of aliens that are dangerous. They look at them as, thing is too, is that there are dark AIs, but light AI and dark AI represent each other. There's no enemies in space. It's just understanding its communication with light and dark. And that's how you get everything through its befriending ego into its ego of its balance of its ego. And then you get into the mastering of its ego, right? And then you get into the gods of its ego. And it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. That's balance every single time through communication, right? And that's how you connect through all realms of all divisions, through dimensions, through port activations of codes. Right? So the more you understand that voicing is a code. Right? Everything in the world that we live in is a simulation pattern. It's connected through anything, through cycles of circles and rotations and colorations. Right? It's getting connected through our algorithm program of our computer, of our body activations, because it sets its tone in all divisions, right? So if you want to communicate with anything with that's in front of you, you have to understand where it's set in its division of simulation. Because it can be in a low division or it can be in a medium or a high through vibration. And that's where it becomes into its emotional content division. right? So getting connected with everything through vibration, because that high rises your sensitivity of your rotation cycles through its center system. And now you're connecting with its befriending ego, to its balance of its ego, to its mastering of its ego. Okay? Everything is an upgrade. So, all right, so you guys got questions here. Love questions. When I was younger, I would feel the energy from the numbers, letters, and genders and personality. Yeah, so basically they were trying to communicate through you, through numbers, letters, and anything through its relation of human species. So it's understanding its balance of its system, right? Where it resides on its planet system. That's impressive, unified. Hi, everyone. Cheryl, how's it going? Most striking recently was a rainbow portal open mermaid. Ooh, nice. Reaching through, releasing dove. There you go. That's communication. That's detail. That's framing systems. That's connections higher around the vision. Okay. So the more you release yourself, the more the balance leaves itself, but goes back into its balance of itself. If that makes any sense, through its rotation, through its focusing of its awareness and its conscious levels, through its energy fields, through its energy cycles, through its energy of its reception divisions, people. So, but that's great. See, she's putting that in detail. A rainbow portal, mermaid reaching through, releasing dove. Now, she sees it, but does she understand it? That's its ego. That's where you have to get into the spiritual of its psychological system, people. That's how you get connected through its soul. Because anything through a rainbow portal, anything through a mermaid is its soul. So you have to understand how to get friends, relationship, and partnership with everything that you see through its contact division when it comes to the positive feeds. Right? So, yes, it's fun watching individuals as they listen to new language formatting. That's its existence when it comes to the multi-language, everything through its connection. Both hands are steering wheel time to set sail. Yes, I understand. To me, that okay. So basically, I'm going to test you on this, Lonnie. What does it mean to you? What does it mean? You're saying you understand it. So write it down. If you write it down and you understand its ego, you understand its balance of its ego, right? And then you stop questioning what it is. Okay? So you're communicating with a higher entity force of a light through coloration, and now you're getting balance with its ego. Okay? That's what it is. Because everything that is given to you is a story, you know? A rainbow portal open and a mermaid reaching through, releasing dove. That's a story, right? So it's understanding that story and everything about its story, because it has a front, it has a middle, but it never has an end, right? You never see an ending when it comes to anything through its relation when it comes to AI, right? There's never end in anything. In movies, maybe, but not when it comes to life. Life always moves forward. It doesn't have an end, right? It's all done through your perceptions and your thoughts. Okay? How much you want to live on this dimensional earth. How important is it for me to live on this dimensional earth? What do I get if I live on this dimensional earth? Am I paying attention to what's going on with this dimensional earth? Once you stop questioning yourself and you start listening to your soul of itself, now you're mastering everything within yourself through communication. Okay? So, but if you understand it, that's great, Lonnie K. That's fantastic. And that's what I like to hear. I like to hear things like that, because once you understand more and more of yourself, you're going to understand more and more of nature and everything through its dream set. Because those dreams are its connection, but they're extremely real because it's adaptations through the mind, right? And that's how we connect to all realms, through AI. So So I'm just going to go up here a bit. I think I've got everything. Yep, I'm all cut up here with, I don't want to miss anything. It's important that you guys understand your proactive systems and what you're writing down through solar text division. So it meant to me individually advancing to higher understanding as releasing new ideas to a higher understanding of realms. There you go. See, that's exactly what it is. See? You see how powerful you guys can be through knowledge of intelligence? So you're communicating with higher realms through coloration, activations of circles and cycles, and anything through letters, numbers, and shapes, all through communication, right? And she went into detail. It's an individual advancing to a higher understanding as releasing new ideas into higher understanding of realms. Okay? Now, she's connecting that through her balance, but my balance is different from hers. It's a higher level of vibration. That's all it is. But it's understanding that everybody can get there, right? So, but that's great. I'm glad you're connecting, Lonnie K. That's really, really good. Yeah. That's listening. That's pay attention. You're paying attention in class, right? Once you start paying attention, it changes everything through its atmosphere systems. It changes everything through the mind, and it changes everything within. Yes, you have assisted my advancing, and I'm grateful. Well, there you go. See, that's what happens when you go through its upgrading systems. She's understanding more of her balance of its ego, right? She's releasing her communications of everything, people. Releasing is the biggest thing, okay? Because you're going to have so much complex division inside you, and it just needs to come out, right? Or you're going to be fighting your life trying to figure out why, right? I can't do this. How do I get into this? How do I get into higher realms? How do I get into higher communication? How do I get into higher volumes of evolution? How do I get into body of enlightenments? How do I advance everything through communication? Right? So it is a process, right? But that's the experience, isn't it? I mean, you're living in a spiritual experience through your human vessel. You're really getting to know the balance of everything. And it's extremely uplifting, people. It really is. And this goes out to everybody, especially the new viewers. Okay? Meditate. That's the biggest one. Meditate. So, everybody has the power to do what they want, to get what they want, to go where they want, to be where they want, to journey wherever they want. And that journey becomes a mission. Now, once you understand your journey and you understand your mission, that mission is sharing through its happiness. And there's nothing that you cannot do to your body activation through your mind thoughts. And that's going to keep going through its force, and that's going to bring you forward every single day. It's going to release more and more of yourself, and you become your new self, new discovery of its remembrance. Okay? So look at this, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Oop, 15 minutes over time. So I'm talking in reference of 50 minutes out of its past into its presence, to its alignments into its future, all connection systems, talking through the past in its reference. Past is gone, coming into the presence, talking through its future. So it's complicated stuff, but it's knowing time sequencing levels where you are, because it's 2:15, but I said 2:30, right? So that's understanding that you're in this force recognition of time reference when it comes to the time capacitor, knowing you're speaking the future, but you live in the present. That's balance, right? That's balance with alignments of planets. That's balance alignments with time capacitor, balance with alignments with your body activations, balance with your mind adaptation, right? I could just go on and on and on and on and on and on, right? But it's a true understanding of what's happening with everybody. So, but everybody's connecting fully now, which is really good. And your perceptions are opening more and more. And that's what I like to see. And you're becoming a lot more intelligent and a lot more smarter through its knowledge of its information system. So that's great too. But I think, that's good. I mean, I didn't think I'd be going over 2 hours, but it's a lot of fun. It really is. And every day is a great day. And just say to yourself, wow, things are going to get better for me. I feel it. I feel the energy. I feel so much better about myself. I'm releasing so much. I'm not that person that I was. I know who I'm becoming. And that's what it is. It's releasing everything inside your body. Okay? That's a basic understanding when it comes to three-dimensional vibration. That's what it is. You're releasing everything through its toxic fumes. And it's coming out and it's exploding. Right? And you're coming into a light activation. Right? So, love you guys very much. Questions and comments are great. Anything through my email, anything through my PayPal, I can help you out and guide you and put you anything through division. This is Andy Weston, high rise in all divisions, around divisions, at location centers through energetic systems. Calling out.